I imported a Honda N1 from Japan and it is amazing. It's even better than I thought it was going to be. So this is a 2013 Honda N1 that I imported from Japan through JSpec Imports. So they are extremely good if you want to import a car into Australia from Japan. So this one actually came from a used car dealer, not an auction, so that was good. I didn't have to worry about auctions. And yeah, I got it just before Christmas and I've had it for a few weeks now and it is so good. So looking in the brochure for the car, this is the Premium Tour L version, so the top tier model with all the features. And it also has, from the accessories book, this stripe kit on it, which the stripes on it are not in that good condition just from weather and being in the sun. The roof is pretty bad, so at some point I'll get these stripes redone, but the rest of the paint is in good condition. And as you can see from this picture here, the Premium Tour L, the default colours was the red with the black roof. There were all sorts of different colour options. Part of the reason why I wanted to get one of these N1s is it's because the modern version of my N360 here, which has been in the family since I was a little kid, and so that's a 1970 N360, and the N1 is the modern version of it, so it looks just like the same kind of. And then this is my 2011 Honda City, which is extremely good, that I bought new in 2011. So it's a lot bigger than the N1, but the N1 and the N360 are just such a good pair together. By modern car standards, the N1 is very small. It's narrower than modern small cars that you get these days, like the Swift, but it's surprisingly tall, like it's a little bit taller than the City even. And it's very boxy with very straight up and down sides, and it's very roomy inside for how small it is. We'll start from the back going forwards, having a look inside. So the whole boot opens up like that. And then these rear seats can fold down. So you get a lot of space inside there, just in the back here. In the boot here, you don't get a spare wheel or anything, just a bit of extra storage space. But if you get a flat tyre, you've got an electric pump to help pump it up again, and you have to fill the tyre with slime, which that original stuff has expired, or have to get some new stuff. And then you get a jack and wheel spanner and that sort of stuff. So in the rear you can fold up the seats here if you need more space inside. With both seats folded up like that, you would be able to fit a lot of luggage and things in there, or something taller if needed. So then looking at the floor mats here, when I first got it, it had these rubber floor mats in there, which are good for being durable, but they don't look the nicest. So in a newer version of this catalogue, it has other floor mats in it as well, and that's what these floor mats are here. So the black with the red outline, I imported those from Japan myself a few months ago as the car was on its way here, and I think they look really good in there. Now in the front we've got two seats very close to each other. There's no real center console like there would be in a normal car, so everything is just in the dash with lots of little storage spots around the place. It's done really good. And then there is an armrest as well that comes down between the seats there. In the passenger side we've got storage down here, and then the glove box here, and a cup holder, and a little bit of more storage here. And there's storage here and down here as well, and then under the steering wheel there's more storage here, and on the driver's side there's another cup holder just over there. Then in the middle there's all the important bits like the air conditioning. It's got climate control with all buttons here. The head unit, I've already replaced this with a Kenwood one because the original Japanese one is basically useless here, so I did that straight away. It came with this Japanese dash cam, which is very handy. It seems like a pretty good one besides it all being in Japanese. I was going to put a dash cam in it anyway, but that has saved me a bit of money. It has keyless ignition, so you don't have to worry about a key. Has a nice little fob, and then to turn on the ignition you press that, the accessories come on, and then you press it again and then the actual ignition comes on. In the driver's side now, it's got a nice little dash here with the tacho, speedo and other information. So it has done 73,000 Ks, so I've done about 1,000 Ks since I bought it. With that green light on the middle of the speedo there, that is saying about the economy mode, which from what I can see in the user manual, that is talking about it'll turn the engine off when you stop at traffic lights and stuff. And if you press a button here, that turns off. But I think someone must have permanently disabled that because it doesn't actually turn the engine off when you stop at traffic lights. It keeps running. Now to have a look at the engine. This being a Tourer model, it is turbocharged, which is really nice. I specifically wanted the turbo version. I thought there was no point importing one if it's not. So this being like the top tier model, it's got all the features as I said earlier. So there's the little turbo down here somewhere, which you can't really see. It's the airbox, and there's a little intercooler in here. There's not really a whole lot to see because the engine bay is very cramped, but it is pretty easy to service. The oil filter and drain plug is just under the front bumper, and then like you can fill it up with oil just here. And I have done a big service on it, like changing the transmission fluid and the radiator fluid and the brake fluid and the oil and filter and everything. So it's running extremely well. And now I'll start it up. It's a very little engine, being only 660 cc's and 3 cylinders, but it's actually got a lot more power than I thought. It goes really, really good. It doesn't have as much power as the City, being like a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder engine, but for what it is, I'm really impressed at how good it goes. One thing to note at the front here is the radiator is like right here and very exposed, so I put some fly screen in there just to help protect it from bugs and stuff, because otherwise the radiator will get like extremely dirty and possibly damaged. We'll go for a bit of a drive starting here. So first off, it is an automatic transmission, specifically a CVT transmission. Usually I don't like automatics very much, but I think I actually prefer a CVT, just the way it feels and drives over a normal automatic. And this also does have a cruise control, which is really good. Except for some reason it won't let you set it above 110, which is slightly annoying because 110 on the speedo is actually only about 106 according to the GPS. Open the window, but it might still not show up in the recording, but you can hear the turbo a little bit. When you're accelerating. So it is actually a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Just driving it normally around town is really, really good. It drives really really good, nice and smooth. It's very fuel efficient as well. The fuel tank is 35 litres and the range you'll get out of that is probably close to 500 k's. Where I live is only a pretty small city, but I think this kind of driving is why small cars like this are so popular in Japan. Just because the car is so small and easy to drive and easy to park. There's some other new Hondas, but not for me. Come out of town now so we can get up to highway speeds at 110. That's been an interesting look at the N1. It's definitely very good, or even better than I thought it was going to be. So if you are interested in importing a car into Australia, it is definitely possible, especially when you can go through an importer like JSpec Imports like I did. It's makes it very, or at least relatively easy to find the car and buy it. So happy that I went through the process in this. It just takes time and money really. So the whole process took a bit over 5 months. But I'm just so happy with how it has turned out and that I got one that is so good. But yeah, it's hopefully been an interesting video.